Hey there, guys, and welcome back to the Two Players Podcast, episode 61. We're going to be talking about the news games we've been playing recently, and then we're going to get into some of our E3 predictions before this week. The whole E3 thing happened. So, first up, we got Best Buy ending their Gamers Club Unlocked membership program. Now, I did a whole video on this pretty much saying that, I think that they ended it because they saw that they were losing a lot of money, and if they keep offering this membership that's 2 years, it's like $30, they're gonna lose more and more money if they keep accepting members. So I guess they just decided to just end it out of the blue, which it's kind of a smart business move, but kind of sucks for people who actually may have been wanting to join it or maybe have not. So but yeah.
Yeah, it was just too costly for them, and they're not as big as they used to be, and Amazon's there, so they're just losing money. So the deal was too good, so they just had to end it.
Yeah, it sounds like a reasonable business move.
Yeah. All right, so next we got the Lego Movie 2 finally got announced. It was on it was announced I think a while ago, but we just haven't had a trailer or anything like that. But they finally released a trailer, and I thought it was funny. I did like it a lot.
Yeah.
I think what you gonna say? So.
Pretty much it's more of the Lego Movie charm that we know and love, and it looks a little interesting. It's like the whole world's falling apart, and then we got, I forget the main character's name, but he's like, yeah, he's
Chris
just
Pratt,
yeah. He's just straight chilling. He's like, yeah, everything's fine, guys.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be better than what was the movie before this, Ninjago? Yeah, no one cared about that one. I thought Lego Batman was funny too. Again, when the Lego movie first came out, it really surprised me how good it was. So I hope the sequel is just as good as the first one, because I really liked the first one.
Yeah, same here. All right, so moving on, we got a announcement that the next PlayStation, aka the PlayStation 5 or whatever the hell they want to call it, is at least 3 years away. So that gives some people, a perspective as to where Sony/PlayStation want to go in terms of all right, we got the PlayStation 4, now we got the Pro. Are we actually going to move on to the next generation very soon? They say within the next 3 years, which sounds very reasonable, I feel.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, because I feel like this generation is finally starting to get good. At each year now, just great games just keep getting released, and there seem to be a steady flow of them coming through to next year now too. So it would be kind of a waste just to make another generation right now. And plus, they just released the Pro, and the Xbox released the Xbox X. So it just seems like kind of a waste to just throw those away immediately. And I know some people are disappointed because they really wanted a new generation by now. But I'm personally totally okay with this. I'm totally fine. As long as it just focus on games and less on hardware, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, because how long were we in the Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 era?
At least a long time. It was 2007 to 14, 7-8 years. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So I think that another 3 years won't kill us, especially since we're getting so many good games right now. It would really It would really suck to, have the next E3, them being like, all right, new PlayStation, sort of thing. So
yeah, I really wouldn't like that either. All right, so PUBG sues Epic over Fortnite. I think the PUBG Corporation already said they were going to do this at some point, or they were talking about it before when Fortnite first launched. But I guess now they're actually taking it seriously and actually doing it. And I think it's really dumb. I don't know why they're so butthurt about Epic just making a game that's similar to it. That's if Call of Duty or Activision started suing anyone that made
Battlefield.
FPS. Yeah, Battlefield, right? To sue DICE or something. It makes no sense. It's the same genre. You can't do that, and it's your fault if you're not doing as well as your competition. It's
Mm-hmm.
You can't just sue them because they're doing it better than you. So.
It's kind of PUBG was pretty much the king of Battle Royale for a while. And then people saw that Fortnite was actually really good because of the building mechanics and, on how charming the game actually was and how frequently Epic would actually, try to fix the game, actively be part of the community. While PUBG Corp were kind of just all right, we're kind of just sitting on this game that's doing really well. Let's see where it goes,
Yeah,
they weren't really, community focused, I would say.
Yeah, and they just take forever. Well, this is what I've heard. They just took forever to release new updates. They didn't really fix too many things. I heard the servers were real bad for a while. The optimization was really bad. And Epic was just pushing out content so fast because they're a AAA studio, and Bluehole is a small still a small studio even with all that money they made with when PUBG blew up. So I don't know. I think it's like you can't sue someone for being better than you. Like it makes no sense.
Yeah. I'm really interested to see exactly where the verdict lies, because it's extremely hard to actually pinpoint where Fortnite copied PUBG, just because of how, like, when you look at both games side by side, they have similarities. There's a map, you drop in it, there's 100 players, etc., etc. But like, other than that, what's like the real similarities? Because like you have the whole building mechanic of Fortnite, while PUBG is just about actually trying to survive and get pop shots in when you're in buildings or whatever.
Yeah, and I think there's still a market for PUBG, like for people who don't like the more like hit scan and like stuff like that in Fortnite. I think PUBG just still offers like the more hardcore.
Pretty much people who don't want to learn how to build
or build. Yeah, so like it still has a place. It's just you gotta stop like being like slow about the updates and really compete with Epic.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
next.
Who was Mega Man 11. Okay.
Mega Man 11 is available October 2nd. So that is pretty exciting news. It's actually coming out a lot sooner than I had anticipated, I think.
Yeah, I was expecting it to come out like holiday or something. Like I didn't expect it to be October 2nd. That's pretty soon, actually.
Yeah.
The gameplay, I think, looks a lot better than what they showed for the first trailer. Like, I know a lot of people were harsh on it. I wasn't as harsh about it as other people were, but people were saying it looks slow. It doesn't really look that fun. It looks like Mighty Number 9. But I think with the gameplay they show now, I think a lot more people are like, okay, no, this looks really good. It's just Mega Man with a 2.5D like art style, and I think it looks really good.
Yeah.
The mechanics they showed were really cool too. With the two drives you have, you could like slow down time or now power up Mega Man's Buster Shot, so it like does a lot of damage. I think that's a really cool mechanic, and it adds flavor to the Mega Man formula. Since 9 and 10 didn't really add anything except like, hey, it's more Mega Man, this one just adds some new mechanics. So I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and I think we have to thank Mighty Number 9 in some regards, because that pretty much showed that, hey, Capcom, there's still a desire for a new Mega Man game, and I'm pretty sure they went into the development studios and were like, all right, we should probably make a new Mega Man game after the failure of Mighty Number 9. So
yeah, and I mean, like you said, like a lot of people were excited for Mighty Number 9, and once that game like bombed, like everyone was like really clamoring for another Mega Man. I think Capcom really saw that, and now they just took advantage of it because they see that huge market for Mega Man, and with them releasing the Legacy Collection 1 and 2 for the Switch, and I think that's been selling really well. The Capcom was like, okay, let's just make a Mega Man 11. Why not? It's easy money. we Mega Man.
Collections always help, I find, when it comes to like letting a studio know that, hey, we still like these games, So I'm pretty sure sales for those collections really did help. And there's a new amiibo coming out for this game alongside, so I think it'll have like special features or whatever DLC it has on it for Mega Man 11. So that's pretty cool.
I'm actually really hyped. I love Mega Man. So. All right, so this was an announcement that came out. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee officially announced. There was a bunch of rumors with this game surrounding like if it was going to exist or not. And it is. This is the first Switch Pokemon game, and it's coming out November something. November 16th. November 16th
Yep.
It's coming out. All right, so at first, I was extremely worried because I'm like, oh no, this is the Switch game they've been working forever on, and I got really disappointed really fast. But then they clarified, this is not the Gen 8 game, and this is not the game they've been working on forever. That game is coming out next year, and it's going to be way more ambitious than this. So now I'm really relieved that this is how this is turning out, because it means we get a Pokemon game this year that's on the Switch, and it's really different. That's all I'm going to say. And we're still going to get a mainline Pokemon game next year. So I'm extremely relieved about that.
This is pretty much just like a spin-off with like a bunch of Pokemon Go features on it.
Yeah, so basically this game incorporates the mainline Pokemon RPG battle mechanics with a lot of Go mechanics, such as like the throwing to capture Pokemon. That replaces wild Pokemon battles entirely. So there is no wild Pokemon battles. You kind of just encounter a wild Pokemon and you throw your Pokeball at it like Pokemon Go. You can also transfer your Pokemon from Go to Pokemon Let's Go and then use them in the game. I think that's really cool because it kind of gives Go like more of a purpose, right? Like you guys use your Pokemon for battling and stuff like that. And I think that's really cool. And I also think it's cool that they're really remaking Yellow, because Yellow is cool. Even though I'm really tired of Kanto and Gen 1 in general, I still think it's cool that we're getting the full-fledged remake of Yellow on the Switch. Like, that's cool. What I'm not too happy about is basically just Sun and Moon graphics just on HD. Like, that's why I was scared of, because I'm like, this is just Sun and Moon on, like, a console. And I was like, I kind of wanted something more ambitious than that. But again, knowing it's not really a mainline game, I'm totally okay with this as a spin-off, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty much a spin-off game. But, I'm not the biggest Pokemon fan as you are, but I'm definitely looking forward to see exactly how well this game does, because this is the first, Switch Pokemon game, and the fact that it's a spin-off and it's not, the mainline game will hopefully ease in some players, maybe bring in some new Pokemon fans if, there still are new ones to get out there, but it's very interesting that they've added Pokemon Go mechanics into this game, because it makes sense, because this is the Nintendo Switch we're talking about here. So and the game will retail for $50, so it's not going to be $60. So you save $10 there. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in this title, but I'm not excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, it really worries me, too, about the amount of content it's going to have. So it's probably not going to be, like, a full-fledged RPG. Like, it might be, but I'm guessing it's not going to be, like, a 40-hour game like regular Pokemon games are. It's probably going to be, like, way shorter than that. With no wild Pokemon battles, you probably just go through the gyms, and that's it. I don't know how the post-game is going to be or anything like that. We just got to see. But it's exciting they're trying something new. I do like that, because Pokemon is a very stale franchise. So I'm glad they're trying something new here and incorporating Go for a better purpose than just throwing your finger on the phone. So I'm pretty happy about that.
It's definitely a series that's been going on for a long time, and it's still sort of fresh to some people, Yeah. All right, so Fallout 76 was announced. One of my coworkers was actually like, "Did you see that new Fallout game announced?" I was like, "Yeah, it looks interesting."
Yeah, I mean, personally, they say it's not going to be an RPG. Like, it's not going to be like a Fallout 3, 4, or New Vegas. It's going to be...
It's like a survival thing, right?
It's a survival thing. And at first, I was kind of disappointed. But then I realized no AAA company really has made a survival game before, really. Like, we had Ark, Rust, and some other games, but all those were made by smaller developers. And hopefully, just like how Epic made Fortnite or the Battle Royale genre, like, really good due to it just being a AAA company, I think Bethesda could do a good job making a survival game really good by, just all the resources it has. And by using a universe that, we're familiar with, or I'm familiar with anyway. So I think it does have the potential to be good, but I just hope they refine the base building and stuff from Fallout 4, since that was super janky in that game, and I didn't really enjoy building stuff. So hopefully this game, they really refine it, since that's going to be the core gameplay, I'm imagining. And they make it, like, fun to do. Because I do like survival games. Like, I do like, Minecraft. Dragon Quest Builders is really good, too. Like, I like building stuff. But I know a lot of people are disappointed it's not going to be a mainline RPG. But I think it could do well. I think Fallout fits with the whole base building and stuff like that and survival.
More details to come on June 10th at 6:30 PST. So
yep. So they're gonna show more at the conference, and a lot of people are saying it might release real soon. Since
it probably will.
Yeah, they love to do that. They really like to show off their games when they're going to release. So who knows? Maybe it might come out way sooner than we actually think, and I'll be kind of excited to play that, because Fallout 4 wasn't that great, but maybe this game would be better.
It's probably gonna be a November game if I had to guess.
Yeah. All right, so we also got Team Sonic Racing announced. I think they showed some gameplay of it.
Yeah.
And I thought, what's the point of taking out all the Sega characters? I don't know. Like, it feels like Sonic Racing transformed, just like with less characters and just Sonic now. Like, I don't really see the point in doing that. Like, maybe I know Sonic's more marketable, but like, you just have his name on the title of the game, and that's good enough. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to take out every single Sega character in it. Like, I really don't understand the purpose of it. Like, all the items are Wisp now. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it just feels kind of unnecessary. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be fun, because Sonic Racing Transform is really fun. I really like that game, but I still don't get the reason of like taking out every single Sega character.
Yeah, I definitely see your point there, but as a Sonic fan myself, I'm kind of indifferent about this game, because like I played a lot of the first Sonic and Sega All-Stars racing game.
Yeah,
and then when Sonic Transformed came out, I bought it on the Wii U, and I played it for like probably less than 6 hours. And I'm not sure if that's because of the whole transforming mechanic, because I didn't like it or what, but I was just not into that game as much.
For me, it was because it's on Wii U. I bought it on Steam later, and I had a great time with it. I did like it a lot.
Oh, okay. But with this game, you know, it's coming to the Switch, it's coming to Xbox One and PS4, so maybe there's like some sort of market there for, you know, the Xbox One and the PS4 players, because like the Switch, you got Mario Kart 8, you know, so it's a little, you know, strange to have like this new Sonic racing game. You know, it looks good. I'm not going to deny that. To those that are very excited for the game, I'm not going to take that away from you. But as a, you know, as a person who has been a huge Sonic fan, and nowadays I'm kind of just like, you know, I'm waiting for the next, you know, really good Sonic game. I'm kind of just like, you know, it's kind of whatever to me.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to do really well on the other platforms because, you know, there's not too many good kart racing games. Like, you know, obviously the Switch has Mario Kart, like you said. So I think it's going to do way better on, like, Steam and, like, Xbox and PlayStation other than the Switch. It's probably going to do awfully on the Switch because Mario Kart exists.
Who knows, man? You know, the Switch has a lot of Sonic fans, and that portability aspect might, you know, be there. True. So, who knows? All right, next thing in Sonic news, more like the Sonic movie, we got James Marsden? I have no idea.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is either, but he is an actor, and he's going to be starring in the Sonic movie. But yeah, pretty much it was rumored to be Paul Rudd, which I was actually down with 100%. I was down with because I loved his performance in Ant-Man, and I'm pretty sure he's going to do amazing in Ant-Man and the Wasp. But now we got this guy who I have no idea about. And pretty much what's going to happen with the Sonic movie is that supposedly James Marsden is going to play as like this cop, and it's going to be like a buddy cop sort of thing.
Sonic X. That's cool.
But yeah, I mean, like, the whole premise of the movie kind of just makes no sense to me, because Sonic didn't need a cop to, you know, stop Eggman before, but who knows, you know?
Yeah, apparently they're saying it's going to debut November 15th, 2019, and it's going to feature a mix of live action and CGI.
Yeah, so like,
it's going to be real bad.
A lot of people are looking at this as like the Smurf movies that
have been coming out recently. About to say that.
Yeah, so this could be really bad, but it might just be, you know, a good time to just watch in the theater with your friends, you know, sort of movie. But yeah, I am very, very conflicted now, because before I was like, yo, Paul Rudd, man, that sounds like a good time. But now it's like, I have no idea how this guy's going to do, you know? Yeah,
hopefully it's like a trash fire, but like in a good way.
Yeah.
Alright, so more Sonic news. We got Sonic Mania Adventures Part 3. Spoiler alert, I guess, but the Master Emerald got taken away like it always does, and we saw Ray the Flying Squirrel, and he was talking to Knuckles like, have you seen Mighty? He's like, nah, and then he went away. I think it's good. They're probably leading up to the, you know, the DLC coming up, obviously, and they're probably gonna go find Mighty at the end, because, you know, he's been missing for like 14 years or something. So again, I love the animation. It's great. I really love the art style they go for with Sonic Mania thing. But yeah, I think it's fun. I like these adventures.
Yeah, these animations are really cool, and like, this is the first one not featuring Sonic, so I think that they did a really solid job at, you know, showing the personalities of all these characters of Ray and Knuckles, especially Knuckles.
Yeah, they did a good job with Knuckles. Yeah, I really like how they portray him in this.
The protector of the Master Emerald.
Yeah, and he always loses it because he's awful at his job.
Oh my god. All right, I clicked on the Bumblebee trailer, but we got a Bumblebee trailer.
Yes, we did. All right, I'm going to say this. All right, so the past Transformers movies are all garbage, right? Like, the first one was all right, and then the rest of them were like awful trash fires. I actually think this one might have a chance to be okay. I don't know what you think about it, but I think it has a chance to be okay. It reminds me of like the Iron Giant right now, and I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah. Look, man, Haley Steinfeld, I'm in.
Yeah, like, it looks good. Like, I like the design for Starscream look really cool. They're going to like the old like Gen 1 Transformer design for him. And Bumblebee, I think, looks pretty cool too. And,
yeah.
I think it's cool that they're focusing on only him and maybe like a Decepticon, and that's it. And they're going to focus more on like the relationship between the human and the robot, which is cool. So I don't know. I think it's gonna be good. It's not directed by Michael Bay, right? It's directed by someone else. Like I'm pretty sure.
I guess we could just look in the
That's what
description. Hopefully, it's there. Travis Knight directed.
So that's good as long as it's not Michael Bay. I don't know what that dude does, but it's around his stuff.
He did Kubo and the Two Strings.
Yo, that's pretty sick. I didn't even watch that movie, but I heard it was really
Paranorman
good.
and the Box Trolls.
Yo, that's pretty good. That guy is good. He also make Caroline, right?
Did he do Caroline? I have no idea.
Because that's like the same.
Let me see IMDb. Oh yes, he did do Caroline.
Yeah, look at that. All right, look at that. It could be pretty good, actually. All right. I don't want to get too hyped for it because it's still a Transformers movie, but it has a lot more potential than any Michael Bay one. So that's all I'm going to say.
But yeah, man. Like I said earlier, Haley Steinfeld, I'm in.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right. Next, we got Telltale's The Walking Dead final season E3 teaser trailer. Pretty much showing that Clementine and forget his guy AJ are pretty much. All right, so pretty much they are like in the end game when it comes to like The Walking Dead. I feel because this is the final season, so it is gonna have some predictability. Maybe Clementine will die. She probably will. But AJ's pretty much like he doesn't remember a time where like there weren't monsters. So like that's definitely a interesting aspect of this season that'll happen. But yeah, I'm very excited because this is the final chapter of Clementine's story, and I cannot wait to go and see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really play the other ones, so I only played like the first one. So again, I have no idea what's happening. But, yeah, like I can't really say much about it.
All right.
All right, but then you got all right. So next we have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This movie, I think they showed it a couple of months ago. It's been a while since we saw the first trailer. But if they show another trailer, and I like it a lot. I'm gonna go to the things I dislike first, because obviously the things I like are pretty obvious just by looking at the movie. But I feel like the voice acting is kind of like bad. Like do you feel that? Like I feel like it's kind of just like very like static. Like when they talk, it's just very like hi. Like I don't know. It feels kind of weird to me. It doesn't feel right.
There's not a lot of emotion in the characters you feel.
Yeah, mostly Miles. Like, I feel like when he talks, it doesn't feel that great. I don't know. Maybe it's just the clips they used with him, but I don't know. I wasn't really feeling his voice actor too much. Everyone else sounds fine. Like his dad was fine. Peter was good. Spider-Gwen was there, which was freaking out about, and she looks really good. Again,
Haley Steinfeld once again.
Oh really? I didn't.
Yep.
And the animation is amazing. I love how it looks. It looks so good. It's so good. But besides that, it's coming out holiday. I think Christmas. Yeah. Yep,
Christmas of this year.
Yeah, so hopefully it does well, because I do want it to do well. And Sony, even though you could say, because they made the Emoji Movie, the animated production, they do a good job doing stuff with like different art styles, because they did Captain Underpants. You could say whatever you want with that movie, but still looked very faithful to how the actual thing looked. And this one looks amazing too. It's nice to see animations sort of go away from the like Pixar like typical animation and the DreamWorks style, where they're just like they all look the same. So I'm really happy to see a more stylized movie like this.
I'm very excited for this movie. I don't know much about Miles myself, but I'm gonna get into the character later on this year because I have a bunch of comics I need to read. But as far as I know, he's just a black Spider-Man, and he has certain powers and abilities that Peter didn't have. So, but I'm definitely on board with this movie. At first, I was a little confused on how like the story was gonna go, because I'm like, wait, Peter, is still alive in this universe. So pretty much, I think what they're doing is that they're using Peter as like a mentor for Miles, which I'm totally down with. And he still has his parents there, so that is pretty cool. Because I think in the first iteration of Miles, he was taken care of by his uncle or something like that. But yeah, this iteration definitely looks very cool. The humor so far is pretty good. I have no problem with it. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna get Peter along with Spider-Gwen, but I have no idea what other Spider people are gonna appear in this Spider-Man movie Into the Spider-Verse. So
it's basically just Shattered Dimensions at this point, just as a movie. So that's cool.
Yeah, featuring Miles.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm definitely on board with this.
Yeah, I'm like super down with it. It looks really good. All right,
Okay.
so I don't know who's actually going. Oh, you are. Sorry.
Yeah, bro, it's all right. Days Gone, February 22nd. So,
Who cares?
I okay. So this game, I watched the release date trailer, which is on this Game Informer page. It looks like the world is against you or something like that or whatever. But pretty much you play as this biker and like he did something and now people are after him.
Wow.
So now like the whole world's also against him or something like that. But
Amazing.
the world comes for you. I think that's what like the tagline for this game is. So I'm still like, very confused and very at the same time interested. Like, like Sony doesn't really do wrong when it comes to their exclusives, right? So I feel like that there is, some good within this game, but at the same time, like there's not a lot of support or, hype behind it, but who knows? This game could definitely blow people's minds in February, but I highly doubt that.
Like the only thing it really has going for it is like the whole fluid zombie thingy they keep showing off. Like
like the amount of zombies they could have on screen or something like that.
And like the way they move is like a tidal wave of zombies. Like that's what they used in what was that movie called? Like World War Z, I think. Like, they use that same sort of like, look at all these zombies moving around. I'm like, that's cool, but that's really the only thing going for it. Besides that, it's just another zombie game, so I'm like really not that interested. I kept getting this and State of Decay 2 confused because I'm like, I just didn't really care. I don't know. Like, it's still an exclusive. I'm sure it's gonna be fine, but I don't think it's not gonna sell any PS4s. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, 100%. It's not gonna be a system seller, but it might draw some eyes to it. I'll say that.
Yeah. All right. So next we have a thing that literally just got announced right before we did this podcast. Twin Mirror, a new Don't Nod game, is going to be coming out. It looks a lot like a David Cage game, where like if you're not familiar with David Cage, he did Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit, which just came out. Just think of it like that, but I guess they're doing their own thing. There's not much to show right now. Like they kind of just showed the dude, something happened. I think he like punched his own ghost for a second, and now he's like. It kind of reminds me of Alan Wake too, like just how the atmosphere and stuff. Like it just reminds me of Alan Wake.
Yeah, someone said in the comments, I get Alan Wake vibes. So
so it's pretty interesting. I'm surprised they're releasing like a new game because they just released Vampire that came out, and that looks interesting. I still want to buy that, even though it's a little janky, but whatever. It also makes me scared because I'm like, all right, I guess Life is Strange 2 is not coming out for a long time. But I don't know, I'm still interested. I know Don't Nod has been, they've been really on a roll lately because, again, from the kickstart of Life is Strange, because when they made, what was that one game called? Remember Me? That did not do well at all. And when Life is Strange came out, they got a bunch of money. He's like, all right, we got to make stuff now. So that's cool. I do like them as a developer, and I really do want to play Vampire because the game looks super interesting, even though it's a little janky. I think it does a lot of cool things, so I'm pretty excited for this.
I was extremely surprised by how well Vampire was or Vampire, or however it's actually supposed to.
I think why I don't know. It's a dumb name. But
that game actually was received very well by critics and also just regular people. So
yeah, I was scared because I was like, this game.
Yeah, same. I was like, oh god, this game's gonna like do really bad, but it turned out to actually be pretty good. But now with this game, Bandai Namco's involved with it, so I'm not exactly sure how much they're involved with it. Maybe they're just publishing it. That's what I would just imagine. But this game definitely has David Cage vibes, and I have no idea on how well it's gonna do because this is still like a really early development game. So this is just a concept right now, but I am very interested to go and see where this game takes us. But those Life is Strange fans, where the hell is season 2 or whatever? You know.
For one, I'm happy they're not just making Life is Strange because I feel like that would make them really tired of their stack franchise. But I'm really happy they're making their own things. But I hope after this game they do make a Life is Strange 2 because I would like that.
Yeah.
I think that's all the news. Is a lot. It's going to get even more once E3 rolls around.
All right, so let's get into games we've been playing recently. So you could go first because I have a long list of other things I've been watching and doing things. So.
Okay. Let me see. All right, so I guess we could talk about Realm Royale real quick.
Yeah.
It's the new game by Hi-Rez, who made Smite and Paladins. And as you could tell, they really go for the new trend. That's what they do. So when, Smite came out when MOBAs were popular, Paladins came out when hero shooters were popular, and now they made this when Battle Royales are popular. So they're pretty they're pretty obvious. But the game is alright. It's sort of like a medieval sort of Battle Royale. You get to pick your class at the start of each game. You could be like a warrior, an engineer, a mage, a hunter, assassin, and I think that's it. And did I say warrior?
So warrior, engineer, mage, assassin,
hunter.
Hunter. Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's all 5.
So when you pick one, they have certain abilities. They have like a passive, so the warrior could heal like 5% of his HP per second, or no, not 5%, like 5 HP per second. Sorry. When they have like a movement skill, so they like you could like roll, jump, or like go real fast. Yeah, fly with like the F key. And when you pick one, you get a set of abilities that each class could have. So if I was playing the mage, so I was able to have fireballs and like an ice block, which I go invulnerable for a little bit and like start healing up. And that's really cool because it gives you like, different play styles. And I think it really encourages more squad play. Like there's no solo play like at all. You could do duo with no fill, but there is no dedicated solo like mode, which is weird. But I guess they're trying to encourage people to like more synergize with your like abilities and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. The abilities and stuff are really cool. I feel like some are kind of bad. Like some just don't feel right. Like, obviously, because I know the game's in early access and just came out, but some of them just don't feel too good to use. Like for me, there's like the fireball just felt like garbage to use. Like it's not really fun.
Yeah, it does like 200 damage.
Yeah, it does like no damage, and like it just has no weight to it. Like it just launches out of your body and that's it. Like it didn't feel that good. But some abilities do feel good. Like the ice block is really cool. You just use it when you're getting shot, and then you just heal a bunch, and it's really cool. It's like May's ice block as well. The guns themselves feel not that fun to use. Like I don't know how you feel about the weapons, but when I shoot someone with a shotgun, it feels very like not impactful. Like when I shoot someone with a pump in Fortnite,
Fortnite, you just one shot them.
Yeah, you just one shot them and they're dead. This game, I feel like each character has way too much HP, and it's just annoying. Like I just 600 damage, and the character has like more than 1,000 HP. So just like it's like I don't know. I feel like they should tone down with the health and just sort of keep it like 100 health and like 100 armor, and just lower the amount of damage a weapon does, because it just doesn't feel that great. Like just shouting, "Oh, I did like 600 damage to this dude," when it's like really like not that much. So
yeah. Personally, with the weapons, I haven't tried any of the shotguns because I feel like the pistols and the rifles just do more damage. And like the sword does 500 damage on one swing.
The sword does a lot. Yeah.
So I was like, all right, well, I haven't tried the shotgun myself, but yeah, I could definitely see your point of like the weapons, feeling like some do more damage than others. But yeah, like overall, like the game in and of itself, it's definitely in early stages, because we got into a match and they were supposed to like cancel it, but they didn't. So because it was like lagging super hard for all of the players, but they ended up just having us play it out. Obviously some people like left or whatever.
Yeah.
So but the whole like the thing that really makes this game different from the other battle royales is the fact that like you could like enchant stuff and like create like armor and like new abilities for yourself and all that nonsense.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, like that whole thing of like just disenchanting things that you don't need, and then just going to one of these forgeries, which is in like there's one in every like main town, which is good. You just like craft new armor, you could craft potions, you could craft a new ability or whatever. So I really do like that aspect, because it pretty much incentivizes like the more you like search and loot and like kill people, the more stuff you'll get, and hopefully that'll lead you to a victory, but the whole game in and of itself, it's definitely in early stages. So right now it has potential 100%.
Yeah,
just just because of the classes, which I've only tried warrior and engineer, and I've been playing engineer extensively just because I feel like that class, the whole like jumping in the air, I feel like is a lot better than the warriors like leaping forward, you know, because
I don't like the warriors.
Yeah, because like jumping in the air, you can like actually like reposition and like get over certain hills. Also, the horse is like really troll, but it's also very good because you get to like move around a lot faster, and everyone gets a horse too. So
the only problem I have with it is I feel like the map is really big, and you do have a horse. So I feel like by the time the circle is super tiny, there's still like 20 people left. Like it's very hard. People could just run around and like. There's not too much danger of the circle. Like I feel like the circle is not a threat at all, really. Yeah. You just get on your horse and just run real quick to like the circle.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
It's
how
more just like you just need to like get a move on sort of thing.
Yeah, like I don't know. It feels like the map is a little too big, and like the mounts make it like kind of the circle is like meaningless basically because you just run.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It could be interesting because I think the whole class system and abilities are really cool. But it just needs a lot of work. And hopefully Hi-Res doesn't just abandon this like they do with every other game they do. And like actually focus on making it a really good game instead of just getting a few, dollars because it's the newest thing. So
yeah.
I know they're pretty bad with that. So I don't know. Hopefully this sticks around and like it could be a good competition for Fortnite because it is free as well. So
yep, it's also free to play.
Alright, so other things I've been playing, Final Fantasy 14. I've just been leveling up and try to get through the expansion. Try to get to end game and like do dungeons and stuff. I played a little bit of the Bloodstained Curse of the Moon. I played like the first 2 levels before this podcast, and it's really good. It plays like Castlevania, like jumping and all and knockback.
You saw Johnny's video, right?
I really saw Johnny's video, but I also bought it like a week before that. I just didn't play it. So
okay.
It's something I saw his review. I'm like, yeah, I should probably just play this right now. And I don't have too much experience with Castlevania. I never played 1 or 3 or really any Castlevania, but I am familiar with how they play. So, But yeah, it's fun. I do like it a lot. I'm having a good time with that. I also bought the Mega Man Legacy Collection. Speaking of Mega Man, I love Mega Man, dude. Like I was playing 2 again before. I think yesterday I beat a Mega Man 1, and I'm almost done with 2 since I play those games like all the time. And I just have a good time. I love Mega Man, dude. Like, it's really fun. The Legacy Edition also adds, like, a rewind thing. So if you ever play with an emulator, you can just rewind a couple of seconds. And, like, so if you miss a jump, you just rewind. And, like, there you go. And I've been abusing the hell out of that. Cause I already
At least
proved
Capcom
myself.
knows.
Yeah, I've been abusing it. Because I already proved myself. I beat all those games legitly already. I just want to play them to have a good time. I don't really care about integrity right now. But yeah, I've been having a good time with that. I'm trying to think what else I've played. I think that's it. I haven't really been playing too much.
All right. So let me talk about League of Legends. I peaked at D3 some odd LP. I have no idea. But now I'm back to D4, unfortunately. But right now, supposedly in like high elo, like ADCs are just really bad. Because what they did in the latest patch is that they lowered every single marksman's like health regen and like just pretty much their base stats, but like they scale even harder. But that doesn't matter when like most games in like solo queue don't last that long. So a lot of people have been playing like other champions bottom lanes. Like I know that the CLG ADC for the Academy team has been playing like Syndra, Brand, like these AP like kill champions, which is fine. Personally, I'm fine with that because an ADC with kill potential, that's fun to play with. But it's just weird because a lot of people are like fix ADCs now after one patch, but I feel like that we're gonna get back into like traditional just like marksman unless people actually stick with this whole like playing bruisers and playing mages and all this and all this stuff bottom. So
that's weird.
Yeah, it is very weird watching like challenger streams or whatever because you'll just see there's no marksman in the game because people are playing Syndra, Brand, and even Yasuo bottom. So it's definitely very weird.
Magic damage, or I guess it just depends on what you need, right? You just pick a
yeah.
If you need it. Okay.
I have finished and played Detroit. I
have some things to say about that as well.
Okay, yeah, all right. So I wanted to do a second playthrough, but I didn't get enough time before the summer class started or whatever. But That game is really good. It's definitely one of my top 5 favorite games of the year. And I am a person who's never played any other David Cage game or Quantic Dream game. So this was like my first ever David Cage game. And I was like, yeah, this is really good. The story's interesting. The decisions in this game actually really matter because you see like the whole flow chart and like, oh no, if you chose this other decision, it could have gone this way. But you don't see the results of that decision. That's pretty much the game telling you, hey, you could go back and play again or, start at this checkpoint and try to do it a different way. So I definitely do like that aspect of the game. But yeah, overall, like everything about the game is really, really good and pretty much what I wanted from a game like this in terms of like what my expectations were before going in.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't play it myself. I watched Northern Lion play it because I was watching him play all the David Cage games. Obviously, I knew about Heavy Rain when it came out, but I forgot how like hilariously bad it was. It's hilarious. I love Heavy Rain. It's really funny. Beyond Two Souls is actually garbage. Like that game is really bad.
I know that game is like really, really bad. But
Detroit
go on.
is the best one, but I wouldn't say it's that great. Like I love the Connor parts. All the Connor parts are really good. I did like his relationship with Hank and stuff like that. I don't want to get into spoilers or anything like that, but just in case, because I know the game's still extremely
good. It's still new.
But I wasn't too hot with the whole Marcus stuff, just because it just felt like, all right, like I don't know. The Kara's also felt kind of pointless at the end because it's like, why did you just do all of that when it really didn't matter at the end? I don't know. There's a lot of things I could say about it, but I'm probably just gonna hold it for a little bit until more people played it. But I don't know. I thought it was good. Like the things I could really like praise the game for is the models look extremely good. Like I've never seen a person, or I guess Android, look that good in my life in a video game. It's extremely good, and I actually really like the music. The music was nice too, and again, Connor was cool. But I'm not gonna get too into it right now. But yeah, I have things to say about it later.
All right. All right. Moving on to my list. Realm Royale. We already talked about that. Deadpool 2. Saw that. That was fantastic.
Did we talk about that?
No, we did not. So
well, it was good.
I guess we could just briefly talk about it. Did you like it as much as the first one or less?
Yeah, I thought it was equal.
Okay. Personally, I think, the first one, because I recently just watched the first one after seeing the second one. I would also say it's pretty equal just because of like, the first one's mainly about like the backstory. And then the second one's just all about like this crazy, like bad shit insane that Deadpool does. But on top of that, he's trying to like save this kid, Yeah. So, but yeah, I really do like Deadpool 2. It was definitely a fun movie to watch.
Yes.
Other movies that I watched because my brother rented them from the library. Brooklyn. This is a movie about a Irish girl who goes to Brooklyn and lives there. This takes place in like the 30s or 40s or something like that. Like it doesn't take place in modern time. And the main lead, she was in Lady Bird. She was the main role there too. Mm-hmm. She was also fantastic here. I really enjoyed the movie. I wouldn't say I loved it, but it was a enjoyable movie to go and see exactly what kind of things that she went through from going from Ireland to living in the U.S. in Brooklyn. And then I watched Adventureland. It's like another teen drama sort of thing. It has Kristen Dunst in it, so or not Kristen Dunst, the goddamn girl from Twilight. She's in it.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
It's another Kristen. God damn it. Freaking Kristen Stewart. All right. Yeah. But yeah, she's in it. I thought she was fine. But, her taking on the whole Twilight role kind of tainted her career, I would say. Moving on. A really good movie is Whiplash. This came out in 2014, and I recently just watched it, and it is really, really good. I knew nothing about it going in, and I think that is the best way to go into this movie. But yeah, this is a really fantastic movie. It has J.K. Simmons in it. So
yeah, I heard of it, yeah.
That's anything to go by.
Yeah, he's good. He's a good boy.
Yep. I watched a couple of anime/TV shows. My Hero.
Yeah.
My Hero. All right, Lola. I'm only 5 episodes in. All right.
All right.
I didn't get that far, but it is really good. I really do like it. I don't know how you watch the dub, Damian. I have no idea because I accidentally watched like 3 seconds of the dub, and I was like, who the hell is this kid? And I was like, oh, it's the main character. Oh, okay. I can't. No.
He's
No,
totally
I
fine
can't.
to me. I've really never had a problem with him.
All right, man. But I was like, oh god, because I use Verve to watch Crunchyroll. So
okay. I just use the Funimation thing.
Yeah. So like I was like, wait, I'm accidentally on the Funimation app. What the hell's going on? And then I was like, oh yeah, I just got to go to the Crunchyroll channel or whatever. But yeah, I am liking it so far. Obviously, I still have a bunch of episodes to go through, but there's that. Riverdale season 2, finished that because it came out on Netflix. 90% of the show makes sense. I hate how 90% of the shit doesn't make sense, but I love it at the same time, you know? Like it's so bad it's good, because like towards the end, like it was me, my brother, and Louis. Like we're just like all watching like the final couple of episodes at my house. Yeah. And like we would just like call shit out. It's like, all right, this is gonna happen, and then it happens because, you know, they need to make room for a third season. So, and like one time my brother like joked about this one thing was gonna happen, and then it actually happened. I was like, god damn it. But you know, like Riverdale as a show, like you'll like the first season you'll just see on how like bad shit, like just crazy, and how like just like 90% of the stuff just doesn't make sense, and how most of it just wouldn't happen in real life, when, you know, this is a teen drama we're talking about here, so it has to be entertaining to some extent.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, I hate it, but I love it at the same time, and I honestly cannot wait to go and see on how they wrap it up in season 3, or, you know, wrap up certain plot holes that are, you know, now there. But all right, let's talk about E3.
Oh wait, by the way, did you watch 13 Reasons Why season 2? I didn't even finish it.
Oh yes, I guess we could talk about that briefly.
I didn't finish it. All I'm gonna say is it's super unnecessary right now. I'm on like on episode 3, and I'm just like, I don't want to watch it. I just want to bring that up.
All right, yeah, but I finished it. No spoilers, because, you know, that show is definitely very topical to some people.
Right.
But 13 Reasons Why season 2. Finished it, watched it. I wish the ending was better, because that final episode, it's like longer than 1 hour. It really shouldn't have been, but they wanted to, you know, have some room for season 3, because, you know, ching. And then like the whole ending, like I expected it to go one way, but like me and my brother, because like you'll see exactly where a certain character goes, and like you'll want them to do that certain thing, but they don't do it, and that's all I'm going to say, because I was like, god damn it, like they could have ended the season 2 with a bang, and then opened season 3 up with some like crazy shit that was going on, you know, because like the whole season 2 was about, you know, the court versus Hannah Baker's mom versus the school, pretty much. That's the entire season, and you see the perspective of every other character on how they experienced Hannah, and how they were, you know, interacted with her, and, you know, their stories and all of this stuff. And some of it doesn't make sense, honestly, but that's because some of them are lying on the stand, you know.
I just hate when they're just pulling things out of their ass right now. I'm like, I don't. That didn't happen.
because because season 1 was based on a book, so season 2 they had to come up with all this new crap.
I'm like, we didn't really need this that much. Like, I thought the first one was great, because it's like super consistent, and like, you know, it's just like that's how it was, and then now it's like, all right, now
season 2 is kind of just like all over the place. Like, you know, it's entertaining drama, but it's like, god damn, man, this could have been so much better if it was executed properly. Because like one of the characters, like, she does something in like a later episode that people wanted her to do like earlier on. I'm like, why didn't you just fucking do it earlier then? Like, Jesus. But, you know, like, we could talk about that more extensively if you want within the next episode, if you finish it by then. But yeah, all right, let's get on to E3. So E3 predictions. We got a couple of games here that we are predicting certain details and whatnot. So first up, we'll start out with Smash 5, because I think that is definitely a game that is going to be there because of the whole tournament they have with the Smash Bros. Players. So first up, new characters. I think that is a definite given. Whenever a new Smash Bros. Game comes out and a new event like a Direct or E3 happens, they have to announce a new character, you know, to just, you know, get the attention of people. So new characters. Personally, I have no personal, you know, predictions for the characters, but I know that there are going to be new ones. But you had some predictions of your own.
Yeah. So with the Crash Insane trilogy coming out like really soon, and I think Spyro is supposed to come out on Switch eventually. I think Crash and Spyro make sense, right? Like, they fit, you know, in a Smash Bros. Game. Like, I think they just fit. And, you know, it makes sense because they're both going to be on the Switch, on a Nintendo console. And it's not like they haven't been on a Nintendo console before. So, but with both of their like original 3 games coming out, I think it makes sense that on the new Smash. I also really want Bomberman, but I don't know if that's gonna happen because Konami. But you know, Super whatever it was called, Bomberman R. Yeah. I don't know. I think has a chance Bomberman can finally be in this goddamn game, which I want since like Melee. But you know,
yeah, man,
I'll be extremely happy.
Bomberman, Spyro, and Crash definitely fit within the Smash Bros. Lineup, I would say. You know, they don't feel out of place like I guess like Bayonetta would or something like that.
Yeah, like you could say like Bayonetta, Cloud, and Ryu. Like I feel like those feel a lot more out of place than Crash, Spyro, and Bomberman. But you know, that's just me.
Look, man, when Smash 4 was announced, I predicted Bayonetta a while ago. So I was like, I did that with Bayonetta, Pac-Man, and Mega Man. And I think that was about it. But that's because I like threw like 10 characters together into a list, and that was like a pretty janky video that I still get, you know, views on it to this day, but whatever. My prediction is that there's definitely going to be GameCube support. Because why would they bring out all of these Smash Bros. Pro players if they're not going to let them use GameCube controllers, you know? Because like some of them are Melee players, and they have to use the GameCube. And they have to use the GameCube controller. When it comes to Smash 4, it doesn't matter because they're all using the GameCube controller either way, you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like that they're 100% going to announce GameCube support just because of the fact that this tournament's going on, and they wouldn't force their players or these players to use like the Joy-Cons or the Switch Pro controller, because I feel like that would be wrong to them, you know? But who knows? They could also just be like, nope, no GameCube support. But I think it was leaked, like a lot of things at E3, that like one of the controller like companies actually already made like GameCube controllers for the Switch. So
nice. There you
definite you know, possibility here.
Yeah. Again, GameCube support is like a no-brainer. Like if they don't do that, then they're missing some easy money too. If people don't have a GameCube controller, they can sell the special Switch ones. Another prediction I have is hopefully a Subspace Emissary or some sort of story mode returns to this game. Since Smash 4 was really lacking in game modes, I felt like, again, the core gameplay was fun, and I played a lot of it. But
there was nothing outside of, you know, for the casual players like us when it comes to Smash Brothers.
Like, I really enjoyed Subspace Emissary. Even though it was, you know, the Great Maze sucks, it was still really fun to play through. So I'm hoping they add another story mode just like that, like a really ambitious one instead of like, you know, just an arcade mode or event mode or whatever. I think, you know, it adds a lot of flavor, and it was probably the best thing in Brawl. So I hope they take that away and be like, okay, they want Subspace back. Because then when Smash 4 released and there was no like announcement of a Subspace Emissary, people were pretty upset because it's like, oh no, I thought it was gonna be in like every Smash game now. So I hope they add one because it was really fun to play through. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, I had a lot of memories playing the Brawl Subspace Emissary with my brother, like early in the morning on like weekends or whatever. So
yeah, it was really fun. I liked it a lot. So hopefully they add something like that in this new Smash. Another thing I'm hoping is like more online features. So it was pretty bare bones. You had like the For Fun and For Glory thing, where it's For Fun. Yeah, so For Fun was just a janky mess, and it like lagged a lot because it was 4 people and a bunch of items, and like it's just not that fun to play through. And For Glory was just, you know, 1v1 flat stages.
Lag fest.
Yeah, lag fest. So hopefully I know it's peer-to-peer, but hopefully it's just a little better, and they add more like rank modes and stuff like that, like Splatoon, where you have like a special rank mode where you could level up and stuff like that. You know, you got like rank A, B, whatever in that game. And
to be honest, peer-to-peer in 2018 for online play is really like outdated. Like there has to, like, honestly, in my opinion, if they're gonna do, like, they're 100% gonna do online again for Smash 5, but they need to have like some sort of servers.
Yeah,
you know?
Like I know fighting games in general never have servers, but I feel like with a game as big as Smash, it's like, why not? Like, you know, like I don't know, there's no reason to have peer-to-peer. I think Mario Kart even has peer-to-peer. I can't remember, but I don't know, like, just make it better, because there's a lot of times where you're just fighting someone and you just kill yourself, because like I'm not fighting in this lag, like I'm out.
Yep.
But yeah, again, I'm just hoping for more fleshed out online features, like rank modes and stuff like that. I think that'll keep people coming back and stuff, just playing For Glory, and that's it. Like you're just playing For Glory. And I'm hoping for a fall release date, and I know you're hoping for more of a not hoping, you're predicting for a holiday.
I'm predicting a holiday sort of thing. It could definitely just be, you know, general fourth quarter. You know, it could be fall and or holiday. So, but you know, I'm leaning towards like December, maybe even November, late November sort of thing. So
yeah, again, it wouldn't surprise me like any of those dates Probably. Obviously not. It's not going to be like, hey, it's releasing in August or something like that. Alright, so this is a prediction all on my own. I feel they're going to finally show the new Fire Emblem for the Switch. Because when the Switch first released and when they showed off Fire Emblem Warriors, they said, hey, a new mainline Fire Emblem game is coming out 2018. I'm like, alright, that's cool. And we heard nothing about it since then.
So, that whole like Fire Emblem Direct.
Yeah. So I'm hoping they finally show some gameplay of it. And it has a release date of 2018. That will make me extremely happy, and I would love that.
Yeah.
What else to try to think of? Mostly just, I wanted to release... It's probably going to release holiday, because if they release in November, it's going to get eaten by Pokemon, I feel. And I kind of don't want that to happen, because I do want more Fire Emblem games. So hopefully either comes out fall or holiday. Like, I know I want to avoid Pokemon.
Probably like early or late December. And then like Smash Bros. Gets the other way around, you know?
Yeah, like, I'm hoping they're probably going to do like this, like they release something in the fall. But they release something like in September, October range, Pokemon November, and then Smash, like holiday. Like that seems kind of smart. So none of their properties eat each other in terms of sales. So that's what I'm hoping for anyway. And I'm hoping for the gameplay to be like, I'm hoping for more of the same. Just it looks prettier because, you know, I don't want it to change too much. But I guess we'll see if they do release it and show gameplay. Another thing I have here is Death Stranding. We haven't seen gameplay at all for this thing. So I'm hoping this E3 we see some gameplay of it because I'll be really interested to see what it's gonna be. I'm predicting it's just gonna be an open world like sort of like shooter thing like Metal Gear Phantom Pain was or Metal Gear 5. That's what I'm guessing.
Personally, I think we're just gonna get another bad shit insane trailer.
See, I also love that because that would be amazing. The last trailer made me like I couldn't breathe because I was laughing so hard because I had no idea what was happening. It was hilarious. I don't know what this game's supposed to be, so I'll be happy to see another weird trailer, but I'll also be happier to see some gameplay of this thing. And I'm predicting its release date is not going to be released next year. And it's not going to be released this year. I think it's going to come out like 2020 or sometime beyond that. That's what
I agree with that. Yeah, because, you know, Hideo Kojima likes to take his time with his games.
Oh,
right?
yeah, definitely.
So, all right. I guess I'll get a prediction in real quick. The Last of Us Part 2, that's definitely going to be at E3 because it would be dumbfounded for PlayStation to not, you know, show something from this game. But I think we're going to get some gameplay from it. It's probably going to be solo Ellie gameplay of like some part of the game because they still don't want to show whether or not Joel's alive or something like that, you know, because it's still a mystery as to what this game story is going to be, you know, and like how far into the future we are from the last game. So definitely still going to keep this game a secret in terms of the story, and there's not going to be a release date. If they're ever going to announce a release date, it's going to be on like a, you know, like a Wednesday afternoon or something like that, you know, like they're not going to announce the release date at some big event because they don't want to like, you know, hold the promise to all these people. They want to make sure that they have as much time as possible to make sure that this game is as good as it can be, and then they'll announce a release date. But right now, there's definitely not going to be a release date announced at E3.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't think they're going to show a release date either. But some gameplay would be nice. Again, it might just be, you know, just more Last of Us.
Oh, yeah.
I still haven't played Last of Us, so I don't know. Maybe if there's a sale, I could buy it.
Look, man, the game's already like $10. I don't know what you're waiting for.
Oh, is it? Okay, I actually did not know that. Okay, I'll probably buy it at some point. All right, I know Square Enix is going to be doing a thingy as well. And what I'm predicting is they're going to show Kingdom Hearts 3, obviously, and they're going to have a release date for it. Right now, we know it's coming out 2018, but we don't know the specific date for it. So I'm guessing fall time, so like September, October, November. Probably November, I'm guessing. It wouldn't surprise me if it's holiday, though. But I know it's going to release this year. It has to be. Like, they can't delay it anymore. I think they've already said, yeah, it's going to release this year. So I hope they keep to their promise and actually releases this goddamn year. And another thing that I think might not happen, but may happen, is going to show more gameplay of the Final Fantasy VII Remake. I know they said the gameplay they showed on 2015's E3, they scrapped all of that. Like, that's not how the game's going to look anymore. They said they weren't happy with how it was going, and they got, like, a whole new team to make this game again. So I think they're going to show new gameplay of that new, like, sort of, like, gameplay systems. I don't know if they're still going to do the action RPG thing, or they're going to go back to the turn-based, like the original Final Fantasy VII was. I guess we're going to have to wait and see. And if they do show gameplay, then it's not going to be release date announced like at all. Like this thing isn't coming out till like 2023. Like it's going to be a long way away. So yeah, that's what I'm predicting for Square Enix anyway.
All right, my prediction, my next one, Ghost of Tsushima. I forget exactly how to pronounce this.
Tsushima, right?
Tsushima. All right, but Sucker Punch is a new game. We're definitely gonna get gameplay. I hope. Just because last time they just announced it and it was like, yeah, we're doing feudal Japan or something like that. So, but I believe this is going to be an open world game, but it's going to be in Japan and all this stuff. So hopefully we got some gameplay to go and see exactly how cool this game could look and how, how the game actually functions. So, but yeah, I'm definitely very excited because I'm a huge Sucker Punch fan, obviously by Sly Cooper and Infamous.
Yeah.
Yep. So, but yeah, gameplay, hopefully that happens, but I'm definitely leaning towards that it will. And then a release date, it's definitely not going to come out this year because I feel like PlayStation's like release date sort of thing, like they're pretty much jam-packed for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
But it's either going to come out next year or the year after because, this is a open world game we're talking about here. So take as much time as you need, Sucker Punch, because this is probably going to be a pretty good game by them.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. Just from the trailer I saw, I'm like, this looks really good. I can't wait to see some gameplay of it. All right.
And
so,
then, one like dream prediction I guess I had was like a new Crash Bandicoot game, and I said that it was going to be a remastered team racing game because I think that's what a lot of people want, especially since PlayStation doesn't have any like racing games. Yeah, kart racing games. So. A Crash Bandicoot remastered for team racing, I think would just make a lot of people happy. And, maybe even add new tracks, new characters, all this stuff, like what they've been doing with the Insane trilogy, but with just team racing.
Yeah, and I'm predicting a new platformer. I know they said if the collection did really well, they'll probably start investing in a new platformer. And I don't think that's going to be shown this E3. I don't know, it might be. Like, again, that's really...
Hey, man. They might just, announce it like they did a couple of years ago where that guy just walked on stage and Crash Bandicoot was his shadow.
yeah, I remember that. But yeah, I think a new platformer is possible. I mean, they might just use the engine because it's like an extremely good engine. Like those games look so good, the Insane trilogies. So I'm hoping for a new platformer and Crash should be back on his feet making some new games because I really did like the Insane trilogy. It was really fun.
Now, obviously, there's a lot of other games that we left out, but, those were either leaked or we don't think it's going to happen, like Animal Crossing. Like, personally, I would love a new Animal Crossing game for the Switch, but I feel like that if they were to announce it, they would just announce it, and then that's it. Just to, like, keep fans, quiet for a little bit, because...
Yeah, if they show a trailer, it's going to be for, like, next year, so...
Yeah, sort of like what they did with Metroid Prime 4 for last year, sort of thing. So, but yeah, is there anything else you would like to add, Damian?
No, I think that's about everything.
All right. Well, that is the end of the Two Players Podcast episode 61. Will we be back next week, actually, with our whole E3 coverage and us talking about what has been announced and confirmed and all that stuff. So we will see you guys then.
Later.